Hey, what's up guys, it's Wobbly Yonder and it's about 5 o'clock in the morning. I just got off work. I reported to work today at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I just got home around 5 o'clock this morning. So yeah, I'm going to talk to you guys today a little bit about being a maintainer. If you're an aircraft maintainer in the Air Force, it's probably the most hands-on job and one of the jobs in the Air Force that you're not behind a desk. Like, you're almost never going to be doing a bunch of paperwork. It's mainly just work with your hands. There is paperwork involved, but it's very little. It's very like shorthanded paperwork, so it's not too difficult. I had made a video before about being a maintainer in the Air Force, and hopefully that had answered like a lot of you guys' questions and maybe got you guys interested in being a maintainer. But for the most part, it's really just laid back. Like it's like you go to work, you pick up tools, you do work, you come home. Sometimes you work 15 hours, like today. I worked from 3 till 4:30. It wasn't intentional. It's just, work kind of piled up, and it was like, okay, something came up at like last minute, and we don't have 3 shifts anymore. Okay, so I gotta explain. So basically, in the maintenance world, there's 3 shifts: day shift, swing shift, and mid shift. And they kind of just carry on throughout the day, so we just pass on the work to the next shift. But we don't have a mid shift at night, so if swings, the second shift in the day, gets like a random job at 8 o'clock at night, and we got to do it. Like, we can't pass it on to the next shift. So that's what happened today, and you have to expect that in the maintenance field. Whenever there's work to be done, like, you'll work until it's done. And for the most part, it's unscheduled maintenance, and that's a big part of being a maintainer, is that most of it is just preventative maintenance. You almost never have to fix something. If you have to fix something, it's very rare. Most of the time you're doing inspections, you're doing something that's going to prevent an aircraft from breaking. So if something breaks, like, it's like, oh crap, like, well, how did that happen? So our stuff is very reliable. Most of the time if something breaks, it's because somebody broke it, like, not because it failed. It's like 90% human error. And it's kind of a dirt. Like today, we worked pretty hard. I don't know if you can see my hands from that angle. My hands are pretty clean today. Not really that dirty. They were a little bit dirty earlier, but now they're pretty clean. I kind of washed them a little bit earlier, but it's a dirty job. It's a long job. It's hard. I never really talk about my job. I almost never have mentioned it. I think I may have made like one video way back about like what my job entails, in like a very short video. It's like one of my first videos. But basically, I'm an aircraft egress systems maintainer, and a lot of people ask me that question. I'm an aircraft egress systems maintainer. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. Basically, I work on the ejection seats on a multitude of aircraft. And it kind of has to do with what base you're stationed at. So I'm stationed here in Elmendorf. We have F-22s, so I work on F-22s. And the F-22s have ejection seats. We maintain the ejection seats. We do inspections. The explosives on the ejection seats, there's multiple explosives, and they all have to fire in sequence and all fire within like hundreds of seconds of each other. Otherwise, it won't go off properly. It's kind of early in the morning, so if I'm slurring my words, I'm sorry. I'm not drunk, I'm just tired. Anyway, so we work on that, and it's a really exciting job. Like today, I was sitting inside of an F-22 cockpit, just chilling, like just sitting there, taking some measurements, doing some stuff, and it's just awesome. Like, when you just stop and think for a second, like, this is my day job. Like, I'm sitting on top of an F-22. This is pretty cool. It's pretty interesting and pretty, like, I don't know. It was just exciting today to like look out and just see the F-22 and just remember what it was like to be a recruit or a depper or a cadet in Air Force JROTC, and just remember looking up at the aircraft that were flying over my house, and now I'm sitting on top of one. I'm working on it. So we maintain the ejection seat, we maintain the canopy, we maintain the explosives. Explosives expire just like food does, so we have to change those out from time to time. A special thing about our system is that we can't test it. You can never test an ejection seat, because if you do, you got yourself an ejected seat, you got yourself basically a ruined jet. So you can't ever test it. Basically, we can only look at it and say, oh, well, it should work. let's cross our fingers, and then, you know, sign off on it, and then it should work. If you want to test an engine, what do? You start it up. Okay, the engine works. Option check, good. If you want to check the hydraulic system, if you want to check the electrical system, all those things can be tested without actually ruining the system. But egress, the ejection seats, we can't ever test it. So we have to do these things called egress finals. That's like our bread and butter. That's like the main inspection that we do, but it's not the only inspection that we do. We do a lot of different things. We also install the parachute and the drogue parachute that is attached to the seat and attached to the pilot. So when they eject, they parachute down to safety. However, we don't pack the parachutes. The people who pack the parachutes and who control like the oxygen mask and the flight suits and things like that, that's called AFE, air flight equipment. That's kind of like our sister shop. They kind of help us out, that we kind of work together, but we're not the same. So if you want to pack parachutes, AFE is where you want to go. If you want to work on ejection seats and be a cool person, egress is where you want to be. Anyways, I thought I'd just make a quick video detailing a little bit more about being a maintainer. If you guys have any questions about being a maintainer, I'm also going to try to do some other videos as well with other people's jobs. I have a public affairs dude I want to talk to, make a video about that. I have a well, he was in special forces. He was in training for special forces. I believe he got washed out. I want to do a video with him. That may be the case, or he may be trying to be special forces. I can't remember. I have a new roommate, and he's actually NDI, non-destructive inspections, which is another maintainer job, but he doesn't want to do videos. He doesn't want to be in front of the camera, so I'm not going to make him do it. There's a couple other people too, so it's going to be exciting. A few things are coming down the pipe. There's going to be some more giveaways coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm really slurring my words. I need to go to sleep. It's literally, what time is it right now? It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to bed. It's time. But I'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.